Hi, everyone. I'm Nancy Lucier coming to you from the AVI-SPL collaboration space. Today's topic is the benefits of AI tools in live meetings, something we haven't talked about before. And helping me today is Micah Shippee from Samsung. Micah, welcome. Thanks for joining the podcast.
Thank you for having me. Excited to be here.
Great. And I know we're going to discuss an exciting new development from Samsung. But before we jump into that, can you tell our listeners a little bit about your role at Samsung?
Sure. My role is the Director of Education Solutions and Channel Sales. So I come out of the instructional design world and the education world. So that's what my doctorate's in that. I'm a big academic geek when it comes to that. So I think a lot about the why of solutions, and I work closely with the product team in developing the what.
Perfect. So let's dive right in. Micah, tell me, what is this new solution and what was going on in the marketplace that triggered its development?
Well, AI was the buzzword. It's kind of like when the internet came onto our dashboards about 30 years ago. We're all like, okay, this is great. What do we do with it?
I remember that. I remember that time.
and then we saw Chromebooks and we're like, okay, what do we do with it? So similarly, here with AI, we're seeing it as the prefix of so many. Oh, it has AI, just like we used to say it has a lowercase e in front of it or a lowercase I in front of it. So now it's okay. What do we do with AI? Is there a benefit to it in training and learning, instruction, in meetings, in huddle spaces? Where can AI really be a help? It's funny because it's kind of like you're leading with the solution. So we took a couple steps back and tried to understand what's the problem we're trying to solve.
So what is this solution going to do for someone in a live meeting?
It's going to enhance the communication. So in a live meeting, you want to make sure that you're clearly communicating with your entire audience. The spoken word, for example, live transcription might seem silly, but English to English with English words at the bottom enhances people's ability to retain content. So if we have people watching this on your YouTube channel, using the closed captioning is going to help them to understand what we're saying at a much higher level. I mean, we're talking 5x higher than if they only listen to the audio. So live transcription is a key part. And then taking all that live transcription at the end and creating a powerful summary that we live generate, which I'd love to show you here in a moment, of the spoken word that can be shared out with action items, which can, of course, increase our productivity.
I love meeting notes, such a time saver. Do you want to go ahead and show us that?
Yeah. So we've designed this as baked into our interactive display on our current WAF model. So I'll just turn my little cheap microphone I have on for that. I intentionally use a less expensive microphone to demonstrate the power of the product, but we know that our friends at AVI and other places have microphones they might prefer to use. So let's go ahead and pull up this window.
Okay,
so now you're looking at my interactive display.
Yep,
and
I see
I'm
it.
going to open up what we call live transcription. And so live transcription, the first thing that happens is it wants me to log in, which is critical for data privacy. So now I'm over 18. I'm saying this is me agreeing to the terms and conditions, and it's going to log me into the Samsung AI Assistant. So I did that with my phone and my QR code. So it looks like I'm all logged in. You can see my little avatar at the top here. Incidentally, by the way, I'm actually using a reverse cast. So I'm taking this display, casting it to my PC, and then sharing it with you. It's a reverse cast, or what you might call a broadcast. All right, so I open up live transcription, and you can see here across the bottom, the words that I'm saying are appearing very clearly. We spoke about how the spoken word, when it's put into text form, increases the retention of the content. And this is at every level, from pre-K to adult learners and adult collaborators. Well, one thing we learned about this is that the best way to position this is really dependent on the setting. So if I'm in an auditorium and I need people in the back of the auditorium to see it, I may move this transcription around so they can see more clearly. I also want to make sure that I'm increasing the font size. So if I'm in a huddle space, it might not be as important to move this to the top as if I'm in a large auditorium. Now down at the bottom, you can see there's a timer going. I can go up to a full hour of recording this, and it seems to be keeping up with me pretty well.
It's almost real time for me, and I'm on the far end. This is great.
Isn't that cool? And you notice it just picked up you through my microphone. Now, here, if I just pause it, I'll hit stop. I'm actually going to stop it. It's recorded it. I go to my summary, and in my summary, we'll see my clunky text, right? Kind of like voice typing. It's not really perfect. I've got an MP3 captured of what I said, what we spoke about. But if I go over here to summary, it's going to take that clunky paragraph and produce a document that I can more comfortably share professionally with follow-up items, a nice clear title, subtitles, and the actionables listed as key content at the top. So it just takes a minute to run through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that there's those options that I could listen to it or I could read it. And this is a great shortcut that just formatted it for us.
Isn't that cool? So now you've got a nice title, subtitles, timestamps. You know, if I want to focus on different things, I did a 1 hour keynote at the end of June at a large conference and did this live for the audience. And at the end, I was able to give them a summary that was generated like this of the whole lecture. It was beautiful. So here you can see that it's dumped it out for us. Kind of neat, right?
Yeah.
Now, what's also interesting is with our AI, we have three things: live transcription and summary. We also have circle search, which is a neat technology that allows us to take advantage of whatever we might be working on. So perhaps I'm in a whiteboarding app and I'm speaking about, I'll be silly and pull up the Pythagorean theorem. It's always my favorite.
Don't bring me back to trigonometry,
I know,
please.
right? With circle search, I can pull this up and it's going to jump right over and search the internet for something about it. Now, that can be really helpful from a marketing perspective as well. If I'm doing a brainstorming session and someone says, you know, what is AVI-SPL known for? And we might talk about it together and let's say, okay, let's get an AI summary and use that to scrape the internet, come up with a generated summary that tells us about AVI-SPL. And so here you can see this is the first time I've ever tried that. So kind of cool, right? Gives us a summary.
Looks like
a fresh summary.
We did a good job putting our information on the web, so I'm happy that test worked out.
There you go, right? Yeah, you were a little nervous there, weren't you?
I was waiting with bated breath. I was like, what is it going to say?
Nothing ever goes wrong with a live demo.
Yeah.
You can see here that this is a generated AI insight. So this is not copy pasted off a Wikipedia or a website. So it's actually creating it, tells us the sources. But that's the third side of our unique AI product. Let me go ahead and stop sharing my screen there. There we are. Great. Yeah. So, you know, the idea there is that this device behind me is amplifying good practice. So training, speaking, collaboration, teaching. This tool on our WAF model, we think is really enhancing the natural things that we do that humanize our interactions and just makes it even more impactful.
Yeah. So I love all that. Time saving, getting people involved. What does it take to set that up if I'm ready to use it?
So you saw at the very beginning, I opened it and I used my QR code on my phone to log in. That was it.
That was it? That's it?
That was it. Yeah, the learning curve is a critical part of this. How many clicks? How many things do I have to learn? So we want it to be really intuitive, low barrier to entry.
Yeah. And you touched on privacy a little bit when you logged in. Can you go back over that? I know when I hear AI and voice recognition, my privacy flag comes up. So can you talk a little bit about how that's handled?
Absolutely. So we designed this for the person who's engaging with the device to be responsible for the device. Think of it as in a work or a school atmosphere, your work or school laptop. You log in, you've agreed to usage policies, very, very similar. I'm in charge of this. I'm logging in this huddle space, in this classroom. I'm responsible for what goes into it. And that's what you're agreeing to with the terms and conditions. And, you know, I'm using a close little lapel mic. Usually we wouldn't be as close as we are in this video call. So it'd be very different to pick up a large audience speech than it would be just in a lecture hall. It'd be really just me.
Great. So I certainly like what I saw in this quick demonstration. And I know this has been available for Samsung. Can you share some user feedback that you've been hearing?
Oh, it's blowing people's minds. I know it seems so simple, but I think that's the beauty. We are uncomplicating an AI assistant. We're not saying go on ChatGPT and create your own chatbot. We're not throwing Gemini on there and Claude on there and Grok on there and saying, look, it has AI. We've intentionally designed a product that we think leverages our existing technology and, again, humanizes the interactions that we have already found successful.
Wonderful. Happy to hear that feedback. And since I have you, Micah, can you share a little bit about what's coming next from Samsung? Any sneak peeks you can give us?
Yeah, for sure. This is called our WAF product. We have the WAF-X Pro, and the Pro is coming out in Q4. And with the Pro, what you'll see is a built-in camera, a built-in mic array that allows you in those huddle spaces and conference rooms to leverage this technology even faster rather than turning on my little microphone like you see me doing here. We love the plug and play environment. We love helping people leverage the technology and the workflows they already have, but we also understand they're looking for a more full solution in some instances. So the Pro will provide that, but this product behind me, the F, will continue in our production line.
Wonderful. Well, I'm glad that I'm in the know with Samsung and that we have this partnership where we can talk together. And we certainly help our customers together. Anyone who is ready to take advantage of this great solution, I think people are going to love this demo. Feel free to reach out to AVI-SPL. We're happy to help. Micah, thank you so much for your time today. It was a great demo.
Thank you.
Hope
Great
to have you
meeting
back. Yes, and hope to have you back again. And for our listeners, thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to follow the Collaboration Space on your favorite podcast app. And you can also follow us on YouTube to make sure you see all the videos, including this great demo. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time in the Collaboration Space. For more information, visit avispl.com/Samsung.